Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Good afternoon and welcome to Perth College UHI's 2019 graduation ceremony. The Higher Education Awards conferred here today are being made through our membership of the University of the Highlands and Islands, symbolised by the mace at the front of the stage. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, Provost Malloy, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Margaret Cook, Principal of Perth College UHI, will now say a few words of welcome to Perth College UHI's 2019 graduation ceremony.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, Provost, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, and graduates, welcome to our graduation ceremony of 2019. This is the most important day in our calendar, a day on which we celebrate the fantastic achievements of our students. Graduates, congratulations on your fantastic achievements. We are very fortunate this afternoon to have with us as our speaker, our guest speaker, Cameron McNeish. It's quite dark up here actually, but he's at the other side of the platform. I was going to say many of you will recognise him, but it is quite dark, so you may not. But many of you will know of Cameron, who's a well-known personality in the outdoor world, writing books, presenting television programmes, and motivating us all to get out and see the world more. Cameron, I'm delighted that you've agreed to be with us, and can I invite you to come forward to the lectern to give your speech. Thank you.
You look fantastic. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, Provost, esteemed dignitaries, you know who you are. You don't have to look around. And proud parents, and perhaps even some grandparents. And of course, the VIPs, the ones wearing their dressing gowns in the middle of the day. Some habits die hard, don't they? I'd like to begin my speech today with a bit of an apology. You see, I'm at that sort of age now where I kind of forget what I'm going to say. And if I don't use notes, then I'm liable to just wander along little rabbit tracks, and you could be here at 6 o'clock tonight and I'm still warbling on. So I use notes to keep me on the straight and narrow. It's a curious thing because I can see some of you actually nodding in agreement here. It's a curious thing when you reach a certain age. I can't remember what I had for lunch yesterday. And yet, strangely enough, I can remember the Glasgow Rangers football team of 1967. And I'm not even a football fan. Richie Shearer, Caldo, Greg McKinnon, Baxter, Henderson, McMillan, Miller, Brand and Wilson. And I can remember my mother's cooperative number, which won't mean a lot to a lot of you younger people, but some of the older folk might remember. It was 30814. And I was discussing this memory thing with some friends of mine recently. A couple of old friends had come to visit. And John was telling me about a wonderful restaurant he'd been to in Edinburgh. He said the food was absolutely fantastic. The ambience was perfect. The service was great. And I asked him the name of the restaurant. And he said, hang on a minute, let me think. What are those flowers with thorns on the stem and red petals? And I said, a rose. Aye, that's it. Hey, Rose, what's that restaurant we were in Edinburgh last week? So that's why I'm using notes. Okay, I was tempted to begin the speech today with the words, I have a dream. But I seem to recall someone beat me to it. Dr. Martin Luther King certainly had a dream. And so did Mother Teresa when she said, reach high, for stars lie hidden in your soul. Dream deep, for every dream precedes the goal. When I was your age, I had a dream. And to be honest, it's about all I had. I'd left school when I was 17, and I became a police cadet. And when I was 19, I went to the Tully Island Police College, which is not all that far from here, to become a police constable. Now, at the time, I'd met this girl, and I was desperately trying to impress her. And one of the first things she said to me is, "What do you do?" And I said, "I'm at law school." And she was clearly impressed. She said, "Studying for your QC?" And I said, "No, my PC." That relationship didn't end well. And neither did my career as a police officer. When I joined the police, I was a Scottish international long jumper. I represented Scotland on a couple of occasions. And the police recruitment people told me I was exactly the type of young person they were looking for. And if I joined the force, I would get all the time off I needed for training and competition. That all sounded great until I found myself on 6 weeks of night shift, wandering round the back streets in Govan and Glasgow. Not an ideal training platform for a young athlete, so I left. By the time I was 24, I was married with a family. I'd been in and out of several jobs, but none of them reached those stars hidden in my soul. And my dream was a simple one. I just wanted to make a living from climbing mountains. Even during my years as a track and field athlete, I had been bitten by the mountain bug. When I was 13 or 14 or so, I was on a family trip passing through Glencoe, and we'd stopped for a picnic, and I saw these two men come down from the mountainside. And they looked fit and slim and bronzed by the sun. They were wearing red plaid shirts, and one of them had a rope over his shoulder. And as they came down from the mountain and passed where we had parked, I thought to myself, I want to be one of them. They were like gods coming down from Parnassus. And a dream stayed with me. And in fact, that dream blossomed. Very few people at the time earned a living from climbing mountains, but I was determined that that's what I wanted to do. I was going to spend my life climbing mountains, exploring wild places, and somehow, I would earn a living from doing just that. I had high expectations, and setting high expectations means establishing a path to success. It meant stretching beyond my comfort zones. It meant being unwilling to settle for something less than I dreamed of. It meant perseverance. It meant accepting disappointments along the way and learning from such disappointments. In time, I became an outdoor instructor, and then I began writing about my journeys and explorations of the wild places of the world, some of the most wonderful mountains you can imagine. I became a magazine editor and edited outdoor magazines. And last year, I published my 20th book, an autobiography. I've also enjoyed a successful 25-year television career. And now on the kind of cliff edge of my biblically allotted 70 years and 10, my dream is somewhat simplified. There's still a dream, but it's much, much simpler now. I just want to be a bodach na bin, an old man of the hills, shuffling around the mountains, enjoying the beauty of wild places for as long as I can into my dotage, and hopefully getting involved in projects that will protect such places so others can enjoy their majesty just as I have done. Now, early on in my career, I came across a quote from a poet called Robert Browning, and its simple message literally changed my life. It was this: a man's aim must exceed his grasp, or what's a heaven for? Let me say that again. A man's aim must exceed his grasp, or what's heaven for? And I realized I had to aim beyond what I thought I was capable of. To exceed your grasp, you must develop a complete disregard for where your abilities end. If you think you're unable to work for the best company in its sphere, make that your aim. If you think you're unable to be on the front cover of Vogue magazine, make it your business to be there. Make your vision of where you want to be a reality. Nothing is impossible. And believing something is impossible is no less than arrogance. It was arrogant of people to believe we'd never fly in aeroplanes. It was arrogant of people to believe we'd never put a man on the moon. It was arrogant of people to believe we wouldn't have satellites in the sky guiding global communication. We don't know what we don't know. Why put a cap on what is possible? Why live in the past? Anything and everything can happen. And being open to that fact allows you infinitely more options than those who put an invisible barrier on possibility. Without question, you must believe what you're doing is possible. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So what do you think you can achieve? Are you going to settle for a career path that will lead to a 9-to-5 days a week regime of boredom and monotony? Or are you willing to believe that you can follow your dreams and achieve those things that you personally desire? You know, there's an old saying that when people are on their deathbed and they're asked if they have any regrets, they very rarely, if ever, say, I wish I'd spent more time in the office. But you know something? I can say that. I genuinely wish I spent more time in my office, in the mountains and wild places of the world. I've been richly blessed, hugely blessed, and all because a wee boy saw a couple of climbers come down from a mountain. Now, some might say I've been lucky, but I don't believe in luck. Shallow people believe in luck. Strong people believe in cause and effect. So I wish each and every one of you here today the very best of cause and effect. I wish you all the success you can imagine, and may all your dreams and aspirations bless you abundantly. May the wind be always at your back, and may your path be clear and always rise before you. Moran Tang, thank you very much, and best wishes to each and every single one of you. Thank you.
Cameron, thank you very much for that really motivational speech. I was, however, sitting thinking that the co-op number in our family was 7-0-1-1. So thank you very much. Chancellor, may I invite you to come forward and give your welcome and to formally open our ceremony today. Thank you.
Vice-Chancellor, Provost, Lord Lieutenant, Honour Guests, ladies and gentlemen, graduates, and a very good afternoon to you all, and welcome to this very important occasion. And I'm delighted to be with you today as you graduate from the University of the Highlands and Islands, hosted as it is here today at Perth College. And this is the second time I've been able to come here to do this ceremony. Importantly, this is a day for you to celebrate your endeavours and your achievements with your families, your friends, lecturers, tutors and supporters, all together. And I'd like to congratulate all of our graduates and award winners, and I hope all of you will enjoy today. This is an important moment to reflect on what you have achieved, as well as looking forward to the next rather possibly very exciting stage of your careers. And it's certainly been a pretty interesting and industrious year for the University of the Highlands and Islands. And there have been many positive developments taking place around our partnership and in the world beyond. I had the pleasure of conferring the university's first honorary doctorate to Eileen Mackay at the Highland Theological College UHI graduation in Dingwall, when I last visited in July 2018. And I'm delighted to see that we've now presented our first doctorate and PhD at the University of the Highlands and Islands last month. Winnie Courtney-Jones' PhD research looked at ways to develop knowledge regarding microplastic pollution in one of the largest but still most unexplored global ecosystems, the deep sea. Plastic pollution in our seas and on our shores is a subject we should all take more interest in and learn more about to be able to have those informed debates and discussions. In August, the university received its highest ever rating in the National Student Survey. The results place us 5th best university in Scotland for student satisfaction, and the university performed above the Scottish average in almost all of the other measures. I'm not going to get involved with that decision-making process. I think you're all quite happy with your experience here, I would hope. Every single member of our academic and support staff and our partners in the Highlands and Islands Students Association can have a positive impact on a student's experience. And they work really hard to make the university better for that experience every day. The university fostered links with many other local, national and international partners during the year. These connections are invaluable and help us to create new opportunities for our students and for the staff. Colleagues from Perth attended the opening of our micro campus at the Hunan Institute of Engineering in November last year. The development builds on our existing partnership, which enables students from across China to study our Bachelor of Electrical and Electronic Engineering and Mechanical Engineering degrees. The early days of 2019 saw us welcome our first cohort of midwifery students. The postgraduate diploma has been developed in partnership with NHS Highland, NHS Western Isles and NHS Orkney. It will enable registered nurses to become fully qualified midwives in 20 months, helping to meet the needs of communities across the north of Scotland. In spring, 4 of our music graduates perform at the 21st New York City Tartan Week as part of the university's participation in the celebrations recognizing the contributions made by Scottish Americans to the United States. That is only a small example of the links. You'd have a lot of fun looking at the other ones. We took to the air in April when the first ever large-scale aircraft powered by variable buoyancy propulsion, the Phoenix, was launched. And if you don't know what that is, there'll be somebody in the audience here with the qualifications to answer that question. Working with Bristol, Newcastle, Sheffield and Southampton universities, our Professor of Engineering, Andrew Ray, who is based here in Perth, led the design of the aeroplane, which looks very like an airship, but with wings, with its propulsion and power systems allowing it to be completely self-sufficient. Phoenix could be used as a pseudo-satellite, doing the same job from high in the atmosphere at a fraction of the cost. And this is just a flavour of the developments in our university over the past year. And I certainly look forward to seeing the results of some of those projects and what the next year will bring. And now, as you become alumni of the university, we would like you to stay in touch. We're interested in the next stages of your careers. We're proud of our alumni, and our alumni can rightly be proud of the pioneering educational partnership they have helped create. But before we move on to the awards, I hope you won't mind if I say something on your behalf as graduating students, whether that's full-time or part-time. I would like to thank your parents, possibly your children, guardians, carers, friends, families, and tutors for the support that they have given you during your studies. Whatever path you choose to take next, whether you go on to further study or employment, that continued support and the support that you've had here will be critical. And so on behalf of all our graduating students, can I thank all of you, all your supporters, on their behalf. The University of the Highlands and Islands Educational Partnership is founded on our unique environment and our rich cultural heritage. I hope that your time with us has helped you to appreciate these riches and encourage you to encourage others to contribute to them yourselves. Finally, I would particularly like to thank you, the Perth College UHI, for their huge efforts and cooperation and their hospitality to host our event here today. So in the name of the University of the Highlands and Islands and by the authority of the Academic Council, I declare this ceremony for the award of degrees and academic distinctions to be open.
Thank you, Chancellor. I now invite Lorenz Cairns, Deputy Principal Academic, to announce the graduate names for the Postgraduate and Undergraduate Awards conferred by the University of the Highlands and Islands. Professor Crichton Lang, Principal and Vice-Chancellor, to confer the awards, and the Chancellor to present the commemorative scrolls.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am pleased to present to you the recommended postgraduate awards conferred by the University of the Highlands and Islands. Master of Arts, Music and the Environment, Wilson Noble. Master of Letters, Highlands and Islands Literature with Distinction, Gemma Beattie. Master of Science, Interpretation, Management and Practice, Sabrina Vilakins. Master of Science, Sustainable Mountain Development with Distinction, Jason Harrison. Master of Science, Sustainable Mountain Development, Mary Morris. Stephen Sharp. Lindsay Williams. Master of Science, Sustainable Rural Development with Distinction, Juliette Cook. Master of Science, Sustainable Rural Development, Jamie Livingston. Postgraduate Diploma, Education Teaching Primary English Medium, Jamie Ianson. Lara Craig. Kerry Ann Cunningham. Katrina Ferguson. Karen Forsyth. Ian Howie. Leanne Hutchison. Leslie Jeffrey. Fiona Kimber. Emma Watson. Martina Wolfe. Postgraduate Certificate, Tertiary and Higher Education with Distinction, Nuria Camps. And that concludes the Postgraduate Awards. I am now pleased to present to you the recommended undergraduate degree awards conferred by the University of the Highlands and Islands. Bachelor of Arts, Accounting and Finance with First Class Honours, Alexander Mitchellmore. Magdalena Schmeichel. Bachelor of Arts, Accounting and Finance with Honours, Justin Baker. Rachel Donnelly. Megan Elrick. Rebecca Taylor. Bachelor of Arts, Accounting and Finance, Rachel Finlay. Emma Johnston. Ruth Makwembo. Bachelor of Arts, Applied Music with Honours, Christopher Underhill. Bachelor of Arts, Archaeology with First Class Honours, Angus Morrison. Bachelor of Arts, Archaeology with Honours, Gareth Granger. Rebecca Plenderleith. Hannah Rennie. Bachelor of Arts, Business and Management with Honours, Lindsay Good. Lucia Lichnerova. Paulo Pinto. Chloe Ross. Bachelor of Arts, Business and Management, Julie Mitchell. Bachelor of Arts, Business and Management and Professional Development Award, Bookkeeping, Isabella Lonichak. Bachelor of Arts, Child and Youth Studies with Honours, Rebecca Cox. Leslie Dunbar. Lucy G. Katrina Wallace. Emily May Wynne Stanley. Bachelor of Arts, Child and Youth Studies, Emily Ferguson. Kaylee Henderson. Marion McGowan. Kelly Ramsey. Amy Robb. Kirsty Thompson. Bachelor of Arts, Childhood Practice with Distinction, Leanne Schemper. Bachelor of Arts, Childhood Practice, Michelle Barton. Laurie Bicken. Lisa Briggs. Tracy Cosgrove. Riona Cross. Pauline Galloway. Amy Grunberg. Michelle Keane. Gail Kenny. Mary McKenna. Rachel McLaughlin. Claire Montgomery. Lindsay Penman. Danielle Ramsey. Hayley Robertson. Julie Ann Story. Bachelor of Arts, Contemporary Art and Contextualised Practice with First Class Honours, Connor McConville. Bachelor of Arts, Contemporary Art and Contextualised Practice with Honours, Amber Bennett. Claire Byrne. Kristen Madriaga. Miami Motion. Bachelor of Arts, Health and Social Studies, Elizabeth Donaghy. Bachelor of Arts, History and Archaeology with Honours, Caitlin Knox. Bachelor of Arts, History and Literature with Honours, Hannah Carmichael. Bachelor of Arts, History and Politics with Honours, Lewes McKee. Craig McCulley. Scott Mitchell. Andrew Niven. Bachelor of Arts, History with Honours, Connor Allen. Fraser Ballantyne. Henna Rinney. Blair Robertson. Bachelor of Arts, Hospitality Management with Honours, Cheska Garcia. Alona Kalivnica. Bachelor of Arts, Literature with Honours, Cara Smith. Bachelor of Arts, Music Business with First Class Honours, Katie Cole. Bachelor of Arts, Music Business with Honours, Kit Carr. Isla Class. James Lafferty. Charles Edward Larr. Jordan Thompson. Bachelor of Arts, Music Business, Kaya Garrity. Beverly Smith. Alexander Wiebrecht. Bachelor of Arts, Philosophy, Politics and Economics with First Class Honours, Joshua Wiesman. Bachelor of Arts, Philosophy, Politics and Economics with Honours, Stephen O'Neill. Bachelor of Arts, Popular Music with First Class Honours, Liam Cole. Laura MacLeod. Jamie Wild. Bachelor of Arts, Popular Music with Honours, Harry Anderson. Scott Anstruther. Ross Bain. Andrew Boys. Simeon Shen. Christopher Corrigan. Katie McKee. Mark James. David McLean. Andrew McAllister. Ewan McCallum. Julia Morgan. Brandon Murphy. James Parker. Hannah Smith. Rowan Watson. Kieran Weldon. Bachelor of Arts, Popular Music, Lewis Bissett. Eleanor Hickey. Yanina Korkia Aho. Sophia McCumisty. Daniel Owens. Jakub Pesek. Bachelor of Arts, Social Science with Honours, Hudson Camus. Colin Robertson. Bachelor of Arts, Social Sciences, Amy Studders. Bachelor of Arts, Sociology and Criminology with Honours, Emma Arnold. Patricia Bisierska. Holly Dolan Baxter. Alistair Gibson. Emily Gibson. Gemma Jackson. Michelle McKinnon. Lauren MacDonald. Bethany McGrogan. Sarah McNaughton. Lauren Marshall. Hannah Martin. Shannon Mitchell. Bachelor of Arts, Sociology and Criminology, Chloe Owen. Lauren Scott. Bachelor of Arts, Sociology and Politics with First Class Honours, Yusuf Bivelitz. Bachelor of Arts, Sociology and Politics with Honours, Danielle Mount. Thomas O'Braden. Bachelor of Arts, Sports Management, Andrew Nielsen. Bachelor of Arts, Visual Communication and Design with First Class Honours, Kirsty Thompson. Bachelor of Arts, Visual Communication and Design with Honours, Nicole Galt. Sarah Matthew. Lauren Neal. Joshua Stevenson. Bachelor of Engineering, Aircraft Engineering and Air Transport Operations with First Class Honours, Samuel Dedis. Bachelor of Engineering, Aircraft Engineering and Air Transport Operations with Honours, Lennis Francis Camposano. Margaret Kumari. Li Ming Man. James Scott. Andrew Young. Bachelor of Engineering, Aircraft Engineering and Design with Honours, Magnus Bicken. Bachelor of Engineering, Mechanical and Energy Engineering with Honours, Ian Davidson. David Duffy. Bachelor of Science, Air Traffic Management with Honours, Nicola Monroe. Bachelor of Science, Applied Science with First Class Honours, Don Gillis. Bachelor of Science, Applied Science with Honours, Kevin Murray. Bachelor of Science, Audio Engineering with First Class Honours, Alistair Clements Payton. Ryan Connor. Frank Landy. Andrew McFarlane. Bachelor of Science, Audio Engineering with Honours, Christian Zielinski. Luke Duffin. Caitlin Duffy. Jack Lovey. Jaden MacLeod. Magdalena Nakoneshka. Ryan Smith. Michael Suter. Ross Terrell. Rishi Kumar Upade. Craig White. Bachelor of Science, Audio Engineering, Blythe Johnson. Joelle Mackenzie. Bachelor of Science, Computing, Hamish Galpin. Ross McIntosh. Aidan Smart. Bachelor of Science, Computing Networking with First Class Honours, Scott Munsey. Bachelor of Science, Computing Networking, Scott Robertson. Bachelor of Science, Computing Software with First Class Honours, Sean Breen. Bachelor of Science, Environmental Science with First Class Honours, Rebecca Campbell. Jenny Henriksen. Bachelor of Science, Environmental Science with Honours, Lisa Marie Alexander. Catherine Johnson. Jed Scotcher. Bachelor of Science, Oral Health Science, Fiona Grant. Bachelor of Science, Popular Music, Douglas Noble. Bachelor of Science, Psychology with Honours, Hayley Clark. Amanda Henderson. Leslie Mackay. Lee Orr. Bachelor of Science, Sport and Fitness with Honours, Sean Gorey. Stephanie Hewitt Donaghy. Lewis Malloy. Pavlina Pazharova. Bachelor of Science, Sport and Fitness with Distinction, Ursula Leonard. Bachelor of Science, Sport and Fitness, Jack Gardner. Joseph Lupo. Bachelor of Science, Sports Therapy, Anna Semura. Diploma in Higher Education, Dental Technology, Siobhan Seller. Mark Webster. Diploma in Higher Education, Person-Centred Counselling and Psychotherapy with Distinction, Rachel Coleman. Lido. Esquel Ann Herrera. Erin Malloy. Diploma in Higher Education, Person-Centred Counselling and Psychotherapy, Robel. Lawrence McKernan. Sammy Nesbitt. Jason O'Flynn. Amy O'Hare. Diploma in Higher Education, Sport and Fitness, Lewis Hamilton. And that concludes the Undergraduate Awards. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, thank you very much.
Thank you, Lorenz. I now invite Mr. Anton Edwards, Rector of the University of the Highlands and Islands, to read the citation for the conferral of the University of the Highlands and Islands Honorary Doctorate to Mr. John Kay, and the Chancellor to present the award.
Chancellor, High Hegians, ladies, gentlemen, graduates, for that is what you now are. You've gained your success today through your ability, your perseverance, and your enthusiasm. We in the university here in Perth hope most cordially that you will use your qualification and your personal qualities to benefit both yourselves and others whom you serve throughout your long lives. And I ask you what you might achieve. And today I give you the example of John Kay, a journalist, a broadcaster, a writer of history. In his many commentaries and articles, and in over more than 24 meticulously researched books, he has set out the history of Asia, and particularly that of China and India. He is a Scot from Argyll, a graduate himself of the University of Oxford. Now, sympathise with me. Those of you who have tried to portray to your friends the charms of Ariana Grande or Mozart to your friends will know the difficulty that we have in portraying virtuosity with mere words. It's very difficult, but I'll try and do it. John Kay conjures the subtle snakes of human behaviour from the dry baskets of antiquity. He, in his works, weaves an intricate historical tapestry for his readers. The strong warp of his narrative is formed from the strong, silken sinews of scholarship. In contrast, his brightly dyed weft glitters like an Indian marketplace. Shafts of dry wit, flashes of satire, and the adroit juggling of words colour his cloth and illustrate his tale with both humour and humanity. Like you, he has achieved this through ability, enthusiasm, and perseverance. It's not easy. He thinks critically. His work is not informed by received viewpoints, nor is it conditioned by narrow academic perspectives. He aims his intellectual artillery at far wider audiences, and in consequence, he enjoys a broad and international acclaim, both for his rigorous content and for his delightful style. John Kay does not teach in a university, but his works reach, teach, and inspire amateurs and professionals throughout the world. And the mention of teaching brings me to my conclusion. The doctorate originated in the Latin licentia docendi, if I have the Latin pronunciation correct, slightly Italian in my case. This etymology comes from the 13th century. But in John Kay's own words, I need throw no etymological grappling irons across the centuries in order to justify my now turning to you, Chancellor, and inviting you, for the reasons I have so briefly and inadequately outlined, to confer an honorary doctorate of the University of the Highlands and Islands on John Stanley Melville Kay. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor and Mr Edwards. I now invite the Vice-Chancellor to read the citation for the conferral of the University of the Highlands and Islands Honorary Doctorate to Mr Peter May and the Chancellor to present the award.
Good afternoon, everybody. Chancellor, ladies, gentlemen, graduands. I'm honoured and delighted to introduce Mr Peter May as our second recipient today of an honorary doctorate from the University of the Highlands and Islands. Peter was born in Glasgow, and with his father being an English teacher and his mother an avid reader, it was maybe no surprise that Peter himself could read and write before he started school. And indeed, at the age of 4, he wrote his first book, I'm informed, and it's only a few pages long, and it can be seen on YouTube. But it has to be said that that first effort doesn't perhaps have quite as many plot twists as some of his more recent work. When Peter left school, it was almost equally inevitable that he would follow a career that involved writing in some way, and he initially chose to make his career in journalism, very successfully, and he went on to win Scottish Young Journalist of the Year at the age of just 21. Peter, however, continued to write fiction, and he published his first novel, The Reporter, at the age of 26. And in this novel, the main character reports on a North Sea disaster and finds himself embroiled in a major international sabotage story. And that novel was to become a major TV drama series. And that changed the direction for a while of his writing career. And Peter left journalism and began writing TV drama. And by the age of 30, he'd created 2 major television series. The Standard, which was based on that first novel, The Reporter, and The Squadron. Peter went on rapidly to gain more than 1,000 TV credits over 15 years, becoming one of Scotland's most successful television writers, creating and writing prime-time drama serials for both the BBC and ITV. And he guided the top-rated Take the High Road as a script editor and script writer, a show which regularly topped the viewing charts in Scotland and achieved an audience of 6 million viewers across the UK. In the 1990s, Peter co-created and produced Machair, the first ever major drama series in the Gaelic language. And he continued to write and publish novels during his time working in television. But in 1996, quit television to get back to what he really wanted to do and focus on novel writing. After leaving television, Peter wrote a series of novels, the China thrillers. And this involved annual trips to China, where he built up a network of contacts, including forensic pathologists and homicide detectives. And I think it's notable that as a mark of respect for his work, the Chinese Crime Writers Association made him an honorary member of their Beijing chapter. Peter's next published collection was the Enzo Files. Set in France, where Peter now lives, these are centred on the work of a half-Italian, half-Scottish Enzo MacLeod, which sounds very much like some comment in terms of impending Brexit and the value of European partnerships, Peter. Enzo MacLeod, a former forensic scientist working as a biology professor at a French university, who becomes involved in applying the latest scientific methods to solve cold cases. Now, while Peter has published these 2 series of books and a number of other standalone novels, it is undoubtedly his series, the Lewes Trilogy, for which he's best known in Scotland. That trilogy began in 2009 with The Black House, which starts the series off with Finn MacLeod, a police detective and native of the Isle of Lewis, on a murder investigation that takes him back to his roots. The second novel, The Lewis Man, and the third, The Chessmen, find Finn MacLeod focusing on further investigations in and around Lewis. Having spent 5 months a year in the Outer Hebrides during the making of that TV series, Machair, the landscape and life there provided a rich inspiration for the Lewes Trilogy. And his connections were renewed and strengthened when he returned there to research these books. The Lewes Trilogy has sold more than 1 million copies in the UK alone. The awards and nominations recognising Peter's work, both as a novelist and in television, are too numerous to mention here. You've had a flavour of them in terms of what I've said so far in this nomination. But his work undoubtedly has helped to put Scotland and its diverse landscapes and cultures on both a national and an international map. Chancellor, for the outstanding service that he has given to the world of television and literature, particularly in relation to Scotland, I invite you to confer an honorary doctorate of the University of the Highlands and Islands on Peter May.
Thank you, Chancellor and Vice-Chancellor. I now invite Ms Jill Elder, Sector Development Director for Business Management, Computing and Leisure, to announce the graduate names for the awards conferred by the Scottish Qualifications Authority for her area, and Cameron McNeish to present the commemorative scrolls and the Chancellor to shake hands with the graduates.
I am pleased to present you the recommended awards conferred by the Scottish Qualifications Authority. Business Management, Computing and Leisure. Higher National Diploma Accounting, Carolina Gulema. Evelina Paloch Balcody. Higher National Diploma Administration and Information Technology, Rebecca Haddon. Ursula Kopek. Higher National Diploma Coaching and Developing Sport, Ross Selfridge. Leah Fairman. Higher National Diploma Fitness, Health and Exercise, John Williamson Bruscaglia. Higher National Certificate Fitness, Health and Exercise, Thea Sinclair. Higher National Certificate Professional Cookery, Henrietta Offel-Cansey. Higher National Diploma in Sports Therapy, Bruno Pereira. Professional Development Award, Domestic Conveyancing, Ambreen Hussain. Alexander Tatenta. That concludes the awards for Business Management, Computing and Leisure. I would now like to invite Christiana Margiotti, Sector Development Director for Creative and Cultural Industries, to announce the awards for her area.
Thank you, Jill. I am pleased to announce the names for the awards for Creative and Cultural Industries. Higher National Diploma, Musical Theatre, Megan Blacklaws. Gillian Campbell. Marnie Roy Sweeney. Kathleen Sanderman. Megan Thompson. Kirsty Watson. Higher National Certificate Sound Production, Leah Brown. Higher National Diploma, Technical Theatre and Production Arts, Craig Malcolm. Lewis Martin. Higher National Diploma, Visual Communications, Abigail Brown. Emily Turner. That concludes the awards for Creative and Cultural Industries. I would now like to invite Jennifer Thompson-Young, Sector Development Director for Science, Technology, Engineering and Maths, to announce the awards for her area.
Thank you, Christiana. I am pleased to announce the names for the awards for Science, Technology, Engineering and Maths. Higher National Certificate, Applied Sciences, Andrew Wilson. Higher National Certificate, Construction Management, Emma Hickey. Amy Isles. Tracy Pollock. Higher National Certificate, Engineering Systems, Alexander Clark. That concludes the awards for Science, Technology, Engineering and Maths. I would now like to invite Eleanor Brown, Sector Development Director for Applied Life Studies, to announce the awards for her area.
Thank you, Jen. I am pleased to announce the names for the awards for Applied Life Studies. Higher National Diploma Beauty Therapy, Aileen Aird. Shan Connor. Cheryl Donnelly. Elise Drummond. Lisa Gray. Carolina Janis. Mandy Mabbott. Tiffany Ann. Hannah MacDonald. Lisa MacDonald. Ailey McFadgen. Nicola Mitchell. Bethany Rattray. Chelsea Ross. Megan Sutherland. Catherine Taylor. Inga Vengalin. Amy Whitecross. Victoria Vitz. Higher National Certificate Beauty Therapy, Amy Campbell. Emily Patterson. Higher National Certificate Childhood Practice, Natasha Andrews. Mayred Antonovich. Hannah Blake. Suzanne Crow. Shona Duncan. Melissa Goodison. Darren Gracie. Chloe Adele Hay. Evangeline He. Ashley Hill. Erin Jenkins. Emily Kerr. Amy Key. Kim Lackey. Judy Leith. Ilona Lukavaska. Caitlin McGregor. Emily Matheson. Sarah Milne. Brittany Murray. Stephen Park. Gillian Reiki. Cara Reid. Kaylee Saylor. Rebecca Sampson. Elisa Senior. Brenda Simpson. Ashley Smith. Maria Della Soledad Abed Velasco. Katrina Steele. Charlotte Steer. Elsbetta Zafran. Jennifer Virtue. Daniel White. Alison Wood. Gillian Young. Higher National Certificate, Social Sciences, Alexandra Christie. Fraser Moore. Ashley Morrison. Ashley Rehill. Noah Stewart. Higher National Certificate, Social Services, Megan Douglas. Fiona Penman. Elizabeth West. Professional Development Award, Innovations in Hair Design, Susan Grant. Professional Development Award, Mental Health Peer Support, Susan Bathgate. Anne McConaughey. Colin McNichol. Laura Wilkinson. Professional Development Award, Teaching Practice in Scotland Colleges, Kirsty Cassells. Care Services Leadership and Management SVQ4 and Social Services and Healthcare SVQ4, Andrea McCullum. That concludes the awards conferred by the Scottish Qualifications Authority. Chancellor,
Thank you, Eleanor. We now come to this year's Individual Achievement Awards, which are to be presented by the Chancellor and Dr. Margaret Cook. The Eve Taylor HNC Beauty Therapy Award for Endeavour goes to Alana Smith. The Eve Taylor HND Beauty Therapy Award for Endeavour goes to Cheryl Donnelly. The Eve Taylor HNC Beauty Therapy Student of the Year goes to Tracy Jackson. The Eve Taylor HND Beauty Therapy Student of the Year goes to Elise Drummond. Outstanding Visual Communications graduate goes to Sarah Matthews, Bachelor of Arts Honours Visual Communication and Design. The Outstanding Contemporary Art graduate goes to Miyama Moshin, Bachelor of Arts, Honours Contemporary Art and Contextualised Practice. The Eid and Ravenscroft Photography Award goes to Justin Baker, Bachelor of Arts, Honours Accounting and Finance. The Eid and Ravenscroft Prize and the Institute of Hospitality Award goes to Alona Kalivnica, Bachelor of Arts, Honours Hospitality Management. The Eid and Ravenscroft Prize goes to Cheska Garcia, Bachelor of Arts, Honours Hospitality Management. The Scottish Qualifications Authority Local College Award for Perth College UHI goes to Jennifer Virtue, HNC Childhood Practice. The Perth College UHI Best Aircraft Engineering Student 2018-19 goes to Samuel Dedis, Bachelor of Engineering, Aircraft Engineering and Air Transport Operations, First Class Honours. The Milmar Award for Excellence in Audio Engineering, Bachelor of Science Honours, goes to Frank Landy, Bachelor of Science Audio Engineering, First Class Honours. Well done, Frank. Oh, he's coming, sorry. The Bachelor of Arts Honours Music Graduate of the Year goes to Simeon Chen, Bachelor of Arts Popular Music. A new memorial fund has been established by the family of Liam Cogan, a former graduate of the University of the Highlands and Islands. We remember Liam as an inspirational and highly committed performer and composer who impressed us all at Perth College UHI with his enthusiasm and energy. Songwriting was his passion, and Liam's memory will live on in these awards and the work of those who benefit from it. The Liam Colgan Fund now provides 2 annual awards for music students. This year, the Liam Colgan Songwriting Award and the Liam Colgan Music Production Award go to 2 excellent graduating students, both here today and both established practitioners and worthy award winners. The Liam Cogan Songwriting Award goes to Laura MacLeod, Bachelor of Arts, Popular Music, First Class Honours. And the Liam Colgan Music Production Award goes to Liam Cole, Bachelor of Arts, Popular Music, First Class Honours. The Perth College UHI Student Researcher of the Year Award 2019 goes to Jason Harrison, Master of Science, Sustainable Mountain Development with distinction. A Sporting Blues Award, a full blue in karate, goes to Thea Sinclair, HNC Fitness, Health and Exercise. And a Sporting Blues Award, full blue in mountain biking, goes to Thomas Wisocki. And a further Sporting Blues Award, a full blue in fencing, goes to Toby Carter. The University of the Highlands and Islands Undergraduate Student of the Year Award 2019 for Perth Colleges is presented to an undergraduate student for academic or personal achievement or exceptional contribution to the student community. The Sector Manager for Sport and Fitness says of this year's winner, during his time within the Sport and Fitness Department, this year's winner has consistently, over the last 4 academic terms, contributed positively to the college, the department, his course development, and supported his peers along the way. This student is a great role model, not only for his peers, but for everyone who he comes into contact with. Consistently, we have received feedback about his approach to work and studies, which he always approaches professionally. He has chaired meetings with sector managers and introduced keynote speakers to groups of over 200 people. As well as all this, this year's winner has been a consistently great role model for everyone he comes into contact with. His approach to his studies have been exemplary. He has consistently engaged in voluntary events and activities, as well as working with Live Active and studying full-time. It has been an honour to have him in the sport and fitness team. This year's University of the Highlands and Islands Undergraduate Student of the Year Award 2019 for Perth College goes to Lewis Malloy, Bachelor of Science, Honours Sport and Fitness. Thank you, Chancellor and Dr. Cook. I now invite Dr. Cook to announce the next Individual Achievement Award and the Chancellor to present the award.
Perth College UHI Aluminous of the Year Award recognises and celebrates the outstanding achievements of Perth College UHI graduates. Our alumni make a real difference to society in a variety of ways, and Perth College UHI seeks to acknowledge their contribution to the local, national and international communities through this award. This year, the award goes to a local lad who was brought up within walking distance of the college buildings. His career began at the age of 15, having become interested in food after starting a job polishing glasses in a local hotel in Perth. Rather than return to school, he was advised to get some qualifications, and so he came to Perth College to study for a City and Guilds in professional cookery. At age 20, he was awarded his first Roux Scholarship, giving him the chance to train with French chef Michel Gerard in Lalande. From there, his career flourished, working in places internationally in Paris and finally in the Ritz in London. Eventually, he returned to his native Scotland to open his own restaurant at the famous Gleneagles Hotel Resort. He quickly acquired a stream of prestigious awards and today is still the only restaurant in Scotland to hold 2 Michelin stars. However, 2005 proved challenging for Andrew on a personal level when he was diagnosed with a brain tumour. After treatment, he continued to cook for dignitaries, but eventually retired in 2017 to spend more time with his family. Sadly, Andrew died on the 22nd of January 2019. I am delighted to announce the winner of the 2019 Aluminous of the Year Award for Perth College UHI, which has been awarded posthumously to Andrew Fairley. And here today to receive it is his wife, Kate. And I would ask Kate to come up and join us on the platform.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests and the graduating class of 2019. It gives me enormous pleasure to stand here today and accept this wonderful award for Andrew and everything that he stood for, and I'm hugely honoured to be here. Andrew, first and foremost, was one of the loveliest, most generous-hearted people in the world. Through his passion and talent, he made an incredible contribution to Scotland's reputation as a world-class destination for food and tourism. Colleagues remember him for his dedication, devotion to his craft, and his modesty. Insisting that any accolade or praise received, he made sure to share it with his team, his entire team. He took satisfaction from placing others before himself, and among his many achievements, this is what people admired most about him. Those who knew and loved Andrew often tell me that he's very much present and with us, not least in the restaurant where his portraits hang. Every day it seems to us that he's looking down, feeling extremely proud, and for this reason it feels like such a privilege to have this opportunity to portray the real Andrew and all that he continues to represent within hospitality and the culinary world, especially to be able to share my words with all of the young up-and-coming stars who are here with us today, regardless of whatever subject you're specialising in. Andrew was all about authenticity. He was always very keen to give people a chance, showing a faith in them, encouraging them to be confident, motivated, and to be given the opportunity to show their true colours and potential. Most importantly, to realise for themselves what they were capable of. As a result, we are now left with a truly wonderful legacy of a restaurant team of amazing, dynamic individuals who all sing from the same hymn sheet, consistently displaying the true teamwork and passion that seems now to be set in stone. As I reflect on Andrew's character and how he remained untouched by fame, his self-effacement and lack of ego, it seems really fitting to share an analogy with you. And it's a theory on how to cultivate an abundance of well-being. It's no coincidence that it's champagne related, because he did like the finer things in life. Have you ever seen a champagne waterfall where one glass is placed atop 3 glasses, balanced atop 5 glasses, and so on down to the linen tablecloth? As the top glass fills to overflowing, it naturally fills all of the glasses beneath it, and so on and so on. The flow of abundance goes all the way down to the bottom. One secret to living from abundance is to begin filling your own glass by connecting daily with your own inner love, freedom, energy, and power. As you fill yourself to overflowing, you will naturally share the best of what you have with those around you. This year, since his passing in January, it has continued to astonish me, the sheer volume of people Andrew touched and inspired, and how his thoughtful manner and kindness could make otherwise small, sometimes fleeting interactions resonate so powerfully with so many. We often spoke together around the subject of success, its true definition, and I've always thought Andrew coined it beautifully in one of his tweets last year, after his announcement that he would be stepping down and taking things easy when his health really began to seriously deteriorate. There then followed what I can only describe as a tsunami of love from hundreds of friends, taking the time to write letters, cards, and phone calls. And each one of these friends I feel indebted to today. Andrew said, "If success can be measured by the love and kindness you are surrounded by, then I feel like the richest man in the world. Thank you from the bottom of my heart." It sums him up, really. I believe it would be Andrew's wish to tell you all that if you firstly and most importantly find what it is you love to do with your whole heart, and then focus towards that love with your mind and your soul, then you can achieve anything, literally anything you dream of, and you'll undoubtedly become a success. Good luck to you all, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Mrs. Fairley. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, Provost Malloy, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Brian Crichton, Chairman of the Board of Management, Perth College UHI, will now deliver the closing address.
I can't see anything from up here. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, graduates, no longer students, staff, guests. It falls for me to make some closing comments. I look around and I see so many happy faces, so much talent, and I've listened to eloquent speeches, and now you've got me. It's been a long and exciting afternoon, so I won't keep you long. For me, this is one of my Perth College UHI highlights of the year, and for good reason. Those of you who have graduated today are seeing the culmination of your efforts and sacrifices over the years. It's a chance for you, your families, your loved ones, your friends, your carers to celebrate your achievements. So be happy, look forward to great things to come, and give yourselves another round of applause. Now, you can stop now. For Perth College UHI staff and colleagues, it's a practical demonstration of why we put the hours in, so that our students can grow, develop the potential, continue their life journeys. This is our reward for the effort, as we see so many smiling and happy faces, basking in the warm light of achievement. Today we see in formal terms the end product of lots of hard work, but it's just the beginning for many of you. So I wish all our graduates the very best of luck for the next part of your lives. And don't forget to come back and tell us how you're getting on. Of course, this ceremony doesn't just happen. It takes a lot of preparation and hard work to make this day special. I'd like to thank our Chancellor for presenting the awards, Cameron McNeish and Kate Fairley for inspiring speeches, and our other honoured guests for their attendance. I'd also like to thank Perth College UHI and Perth Concert Hall staff for all the work they've put in to make this special day run so smoothly. But most of all, I'd like to thank our wonderful students, now graduates, for their hard work and commitment. You make Perth College a special place. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your special day. And I hope the weather has held up for our little procession around this fair city of ours. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Crichton. We're not quite finished yet. We now have a musical interlude provided by Perth College UHI Bachelor of Arts Honours Popular Music students. This is a performance by acoustic guitar trio comprising of third-year students Kieran Donnelly, the soloist, Jay Lamb and Kieran Riley. So enjoy this. I noticed that you refrained from dancing. I don't know how you managed it, but I'm sure there will be some dancing in the streets of Perth tonight. Thank you to our third-year Bachelor of Arts Honours Popular Music students for a very fine performance. The vote of thanks on behalf of our graduates will now be given by Lewes Malloy, University of the Highlands and Islands Undergraduate Student of the Year Award 2019 for Perth College.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests and the graduating class of 2019, good afternoon to you all. It is an honour and privilege to be invited on this very special day for myself and fellow graduates to deliver a vote of thanks on behalf of you all. I think I can speak for all the students in saying that it has been a fulfilling and at times challenging year or years studying at Perth College UHI. First of all, I'd like to extend my warm welcome to Her Royal Highness the Princess Royal and thank her on behalf of all the graduating students for joining us on such a memorable occasion. I would further like to thank our keynote speaker, Cameron McNeish, for joining us today. It's also important to express our gratitude to those who have supported us behind the scenes. The graduation team for arranging such a tremendous occasion, which will no doubt be remembered for a lifetime by all students here today, as well as families and friends in attendance, our principal and senior management team, our ever-patient librarians, student association, all of the support staff and administration staff. Thank you. A special thank you goes out to each and every one of our lecturers who have done a tremendous job of teaching and working with us with such enthusiasm and passion. They have certainly been an inspiration to us all, and without them, we would not have the opportunity to stand before you and graduate today. I hope that all lecturers take immense pride in the part that they have played in our success and continued growth. So can I ask all graduates to stand up and give a huge round of applause to the lecturers who deserve our appreciation and gratitude. Thank you. I would like to personally thank Shannon Maguire, Sector Manager for Sport and Fitness, and all of the Sport and Fitness lecturers for their help, support and guidance over the last 4 years. If it wasn't for them, then I would not be standing here today graduating and getting this opportunity to give the student vote of thanks. So thank you to you all. Today isn't only about us as graduating students, celebrating our own personal achievements, but celebrating the achievements of everyone who has a part to play in our journey to graduation, particularly our families and friends who have supported us through the journey. I would also like to personally thank my own parents and family for their support over the years as well. I would also like to congratulate all my fellow graduates on your achievement and awards, and I wish you every success and all the very best in the future. And finally, I would like to present our keynote speaker, Cameron McNeish, with this gift on behalf of the university.
Thank you, Lewis. And that concludes Perth College UHI's 2019 graduation ceremony, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the academic procession is about to leave the auditorium. However, we would ask that you please remain in the auditorium until the procession and graduates have exited. I remind you that the procession will proceed through the centre of Perth directly on exiting the auditorium. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the academic procession and the graduates' procession.